Hey everybody, it's Haley Hobson, and I am here with you this evening to talk about healthy stuff with you. It's been a while since I gave this presentation, and I want to talk about really what it's like to live this whole you lifestyle and use products on our body, on our skin, in our hair, in our mouth that are actually going to help nourish us and not poison us. So if you don't know me, just to give you a little background about myself, my name is Haley Hobson, and I am a holistic health coach, educator, speaker. I used to actually be an attorney back in the day. That was my first career in my first life. And I quit that after about 5 years when I realized that being in that corporate world wasn't going to really work for me anymore. And I wanted to live the life of my dreams and work for myself. I went back to school, got an education as a yoga teacher, as a Pilates teacher. I practiced and taught yoga and Pilates for 15 years. I had my own studios. I managed a health club. And then just recently, over the last couple of years, I decided that I was sick of working by the hour and I wanted a business that was going to bring me residual income. I was really into essential oils at the time and natural healing. And I partnered with doTERRA essential oils, and that has become my career path now. So as a holistic health coach, I'm a big advocate of natural products, including essential oils. So my opinion as a health coach is that our global healthcare industry these days that we're spending $4.5 trillion on annually is kind of a nightmare, and maybe some of you guys will agree. And the bummer is that we're spending $550 billion, maybe more, in pharmaceutical drugs alone. I'm going to excuse the little clock chiming for a second and let that pause. I'm giving this webinar from my parents' home in Vero Beach, Florida, and they're really into these old-fashioned clocks that are all over their house that are not all in sync with each other. Anyway, so we have a healthcare industry that we are investing a lot of money in, and frankly, I think a lot of people will agree that it is slightly or more than slightly broken, right? We're spending a ton of money. Our nation is not getting any healthier because of it. In fact, the statistics show, especially in the US and North America, that we're actually getting a lot sicker, and that we have the highest rates of cancer and heart disease and many other illnesses, high blood pressure, obesity, etc., that other countries just simply don't have, that are taking a more natural approach, or I should say more proactive approach to their health. I am a firm believer, and I'll tell you a little story about myself, that we can reinvent our healthcare with natural solutions. And just to sort of give you a background of how I found this path that I've been on for the last 15 years, which includes the yoga and the Pilates and the essential oils and the becoming a health coach and the vegan diet, etc. It was because I personally grew up in a home where my dad was a doctor, and in a home where I actually was sick all the time. I was nicknamed Velcro by my dad because when I was a kid, I had every single virus or germ that would stick to me, and I was always sick. I was kind of underweight. I was skinny. My other nickname was Kermie, as of Kermit the Frog, skinny, tiny legs. And I had everything. I had every bug that ever arrived. And one of the bummer things that I had was this irritable bowel syndrome growing up that made me like really not feel well for all of my adult life, starting when I was a teenager, and went through zillions of tests back then when nobody even knew what lactose or gluten was. And I was taken off pretty much every single food that we know now are high allergen products. And I stumbled across becoming more holistic and healthy on my own through elimination, so to speak, through, finding out that I couldn't eat anything and had a juice for a week or whatever. You get my point. And through this experience, I decided that I was sort of sick and tired of not feeling well and giving an antibiotic or a pharmaceutical drug in our home, because that's what I was raised on, and that was considered sort of normal to me. But I was also, I decided that I wanted to take this more holistic approach so that I could figure out how to heal myself and, most importantly, my kids. My kids, because my baby at the time when I got involved, she was 2 years old, and I just knew that I didn't want to put her on antibiotics when she had an ear infection, or put her on, any type of product that was going to be poisonous or toxic to her skin or her organs. And I didn't want her to grow up also with those same issues that I had as a young adult into adult life. So I want to show you this picture on the screen, and the picture to the left is probably what a lot of what I call standard American medicine cabinets look like. You've heard the term standard American diet, right? The SAD diet. This is the standard American medicine cabinet. And on the right is a beautiful picture of what it can look like when you're using holistic, natural, pure ingredients. And you'll notice that you need a lot less, and it's probably a lot less expensive. And of course, it's a lot safer on your body. So what did I start to experiment with? I started to experiment with essential oils. I love doTERRA essential oils for many, many, many reasons now, not just the fact that they smell good and that they work, and they helped me alleviate some of the symptoms that I had when my tummy hurt, or I was stressed out, or I couldn't sleep. But they've also been an unbelievable, actually, income source to me. And now I stand before thousands and thousands of people on a daily basis, teaching others how to incorporate these products into their homes. So I want to talk to you about what essential oils are for just a second. Essential oils are extracts from plants. They come from the bark, the flowers, the stems, the roots, the leaves of the plant, and they're very concentrated. A drop or two is usually all that's needed in one application, and they are 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. And a lot of us know herbs, right? We know herbs, and we use herbs. We've been to Chinese medicine doctors and that kind of thing. Well, oils are actually more powerful than herbs, and they need to be used with care and with education. It's not hard to use them with care, and it's not hard to become educated. It's not like you have to become an aromatherapist to use essential oils, but you do what you're using. And I'm not saying that you have to learn how to blend your own oils, because a company like doTERRA actually has wonderful blends for you, but you have to learn what you're doing. You don't want to just be opening up the bottles and pouring them all over you or ingesting them without education. So as I say education, I want to give you guys a couple of really quick tips on how to get educated really quickly. Okay, one of them is a site that I love called AromaticScience.com. AromaticScience.com, and it's a site that has dozens and dozens and dozens of periodicals and articles by PhDs and doctors and scientists, etc. And you can learn from these experts what essential oils are. And this is not a doTERRA website, by the way. The other one that I love is a website called everythingessential.me. Everythingessential.me. And that website is something that you can go on. You can click on your ailment, you can select a protocol, and you'll be given an entire education and testimonials of how to use specific essential oils, either topically, internally, aromatically, and whether or not you need a carrier oil, which is an oil to dilute it. And it's very simple, very, very simple to use. And then the other resource that I absolutely love is called the Modern Essentials Book. And you can buy that on a website like Aroma Tools or My Oil Business. Those are websites that sell a lot of tools for an oil business. And it's a great book. They have it in softcover. It's very inexpensive, or even hardcover is very inexpensive. And I call it the Essential Oil Bible. So I want you guys to check out those three sites. And then, of course, doTERRA's blog and doTERRA's Facebook page and doTERRA's Pinterest page are all amazing as well. Essential oils also allows us to use the natural immune system of plants on ourselves. And in my opinion, and I'm sure a lot of you guys will agree, that there's a reason why we have plants, right? There's a reason why we're learning even now that a more plant-based diet is appropriate to help us heal. And there's a reason why we know now that 100% plant-based diets or juicing diets are appropriate sometimes when people are really sick, because there are properties in these plants that are extremely healing, and therefore there are properties in these essential oils that are coming directly grown from and distilled from plants that are extremely healing. So I want to talk to you guys about what I call pyramid, the lifestyle healthcare pyramid. We all know that we probably would like to be eating, like I said, a more plant-based, high-grain, non-processed protein diet rather than gummy bears and pirate's booty, right? We all want to have or should have more exercise. And even if you are not getting as much as you used to, just getting out there every day and doing something is important. I find even right now while I'm with my family, you would think we have all the time in the world and I could exercise all day. And I'm like happy to get 20 minutes in, but 20 minutes is better than nothing. We also want to make sure that we're resting and managing stress. And I do believe that most of us who are on this webinar that want to learn more about holistic health agree that stress is one of the most significant causes of disease these days and even death. It causes a lot of inflammation and toxicity in the body, which is the next step on the pyramid that we want to get rid of, reducing our toxic load. And managing stress is going to be one way to do it. And of course, the other way is to stop inhaling or digesting or topically putting on our body toxic products, which we were not very well educated about 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, and et cetera. And then we want to just get more educated in how we are taking care of ourselves and proactively, not retroactively, putting a Band-Aid on our healthcare. And that's one of the things that makes our country, in the US I'm talking about, a lot different than some other countries that are teaching informed self-care and proactive medical care and are teaching people to take care of themselves before they get sick rather than managing the illness or the disease. So this is where essential oils can come into making that more informed medical decision or medical care, and also taking a more proactive stance, because the potency of the oils is very potent. It's very strong. And that potency will depend on a bunch of different things. It'll depend on the variety of the plant. It'll depend on the growth conditions of the plant, like where the plant is harvested. Like, let me give you an example. If you decide to grow lavender in your backyard rather than where we decide to harvest it in France, you're probably not going to get as potent of a plant or an oil. So the growth conditions are really, really important. It should be in its indigenous location where it's cultivated. And then the distillation or extraction process is very important too. You want to make sure that you're distilling your oils so that you're getting the utmost purity that comes out of those little bottles. And there are then multiple testing procedures that are put in place so that you get the most pure oil that you can get. And some of the things that doTERRA does is they have an organoleptic evaluation for the overall appearance, taste, smell, and color. Most essential oil companies do that, but you also want to make sure that you're testing for microbiological evaluation so that your oils are free of contaminants. You also want to make sure that your shelf life of your oils is longer than you. They should expire after you. And also test for heavy metal evaluation. Make sure that they're free of heavy metals. And an important test that's actually not done with any company actually that I know of is the grass chromatography and mass spectrometry testing, which is additional confirmation of potency that the oil is pure with nothing added. So like I said before, you want to check out aromaticscience.com and the Modern Essentials book. The major constituents of essential oils can be divided into two distinct groups. The hydrocarbons, which are made up almost exclusively of terpenes, monoterpenes, sesquiterpenes, and diterpenes, and the oxygenated compounds, which are mainly esters, aldehydes, ketones, alcohols, phenols, and oxides. The quality of the oil is very important, and like I said before, there are many types of tests that are done, and most oils on the market these days are either synthetic grade or food grade. You just really won't find oils in your grocery store that are beyond synthetic or food grade. There is a small percentage of oils that are therapeutic grade, which are another level up. But doTERRA's little small slice in the circle here shows you that their oils are a grade that we call certified pure therapeutic grade, which means that you are getting nothing but pure oil in the bottle. There are not going to be any contaminants or fillers or weeds or pesticides or anything in that bottle. And every single thing that we do, meaning doTERRA does, the test for their certified pure grade is listed. It's public knowledge. And to be honest, you guys, there's not been one other company in the world that I know of that has stood up, raised their hand, and said, hey, guess what? We do that too. So let me talk to you a little bit about what oils do. What they do is they help your body take care of itself, right? So I'm going to give you an example with a virus or a bacterial infection. When you're sick and you have the flu, for example, there's not really nothing that you can do. You can go to the doctor and they'll tell you to get some rest, drink fluids, maybe drink some chicken soup, and just take it easy. But what an essential oil will do is an essential oil will go through and penetrate your cell wall, and it will actually stop that viral cell from mutating, which means duplicating all over your body. So I'm not saying that it kills the virus. Stops your body from doing is potentially getting more and more and more viral cells, which then makes you feel more and more awful and keeps you in bed for longer and longer. Okay, that's a really good example of how you can ward off or stop the mutation of this happening, so that it's really like your body's immunity response. It's enhancing your immune system, and if you do have that little dabble of virus in the cell, well, you're enhancing it more by getting rid of some viral cells, right? The other thing that is really significant is when you have a bacterial infection. When you have a bacterial infection, what you could do is you could take an antibiotic, and an antibiotic can go in and could kill the cell and all other really good cells and bad cells in your body. Or you could take an essential oil, which would go in and again stop that bacteria from mutating all over your body. So the thing about this essential oils is they can actually penetrate that cell membrane. And in the end, that's a huge enhancement to your immune system. And that's just one example when I talk about the immune system. I mean, essential oils, like we like to say, is there's an oil for that. There's an oil for everything. So I want to talk to you a little bit about essential oil uses. And the first one is diffusion. There's the diffusion. There is, what we call diffusing oils or aromatherapy, smelling them. There's using the oils topically on the body, and there's using oils internally in the body, like actually ingesting them. Aromatherapy is actually one of the most effective ways to get the benefits of the essential oils into your brain as well as your body. And so what we would do is we would take a couple of drops of essential oils and we would put them in a diffuser. Now, you're more than welcome to actually just open up your bottles and put a couple of drops in your hands and smell them. That definitely works. Or you can open up your bottle and just smell your bottle. But the cool thing about a diffuser, if you have one in your office or in your bedroom or even in your car or wherever you want to have it, is that the microparticles of oil that are coming out of the diffuser permeate the air and actually can remain suspended for hours, fully intact with their natural benefits. So I could diffuse an oil like peppermint while I'm giving this webinar, and it might give me that perky feeling of alertness rather than just taking a quick inhale before I do the webinar. Does that make sense? Like it's going to last for longer because the essential oil compounds are staying completely intact in the air. And there's a couple different ways that you can diffuse. One is in water, like you'll see the diffuser that's slightly highlighted purple on the left. Essential oils here are atomized along with the water into minute icon particles and active oxygen ions, which are easily absorbed by the human body. And then the second way is a quick change system, which controls the level of intensity of your oils. And this kind of diffuser could be good for some and good for and not great for others. It makes a little bit of noise. The one that we use here, the one we have a picture of. Some people like that sound that lulls them to bed at night. Some people like that white noise sound. I actually love the second diffuser. It's really strong. And like I said, you can keep it on all day. It doesn't go off and you don't have to worry about water. So it's actually my favorite diffuser. A little pricey too, but it's worth it. And you always, you do get what you pay for. The second way that we can use essential oils is you can use them topically on the body. And when you're using them topically, or systemically, right, you can help those localized effects, like a muscle spasm, or you have a stomach ache, or you have dry skin or whatever. You could apply oils directly to your skin topically in an attempt to help whatever issue you're dealing with. You can massage them in, and this will help you hopefully get some immediate comfort or immune support. And then the third way to use essential oils is internally, and I have a couple of recipes here just to give you an example that you can use them in food. One, to enhance flavor, and two, for the benefit that that specific oil has. Like, we know that wild orange has some properties that actually help boost the immune system. So a couple of drops of wild orange in your morning smoothie, or cinnamon oil in your morning smoothie, which can help aid in digestion, are great to ingest, right? But the other way that we can use the oils, which are then going to go into your mouth, through your throat, into your liver, your urogenital tract, are in a capsule form, a gel cap form. And the thing that I love about doTERRA is that they actually make it really easy for you, and they pre-design those. So you don't have to mix your own. So you can actually create your own gel caps. Like, say you wanted a digestive oil, instead of mixing them all together in a gel cap, you could purchase a blend called Digest Zen, which is already in the gel cap, and that can aid with your digestion. Or if you're looking for some support through the allergy season, you could try the Tri-Ease product, which is a blend of lavender, lemon, and peppermint. Instead of mixing your own oils and dropping them on the floor and taking the time, you can just try that product. I personally take a couple of Slim and Sassy gel caps every morning, because for me, it makes me feel like my blood sugar is more regulated and I'm not starving all day. So my mood is better. So another way that we can use the oils internally is our Lifelong Vitality Pack, which I absolutely love. And I think that this subject is something that we should touch upon, because I think a lot of people don't understand how important supplementation is. And you may have heard of the RDA, or recommended daily allowance, set by the government, that set up guidelines of basic information that we should all be getting. And it's probably not a surprise to learn that 50 to 80% of us are not even coming close to the RDA for all of our micronutrients. This was actually news to me, as I even sat through an all-week presentation last week. The RDA is not the optimal zone. It just gets you closer, but you're still falling short of really nourishing your body. So this is where supplementations come in. And I hope that everyone's taking some type of vitamin supplement. Well, so we'll talk a little bit about that in a bit. But there's lots of quote unquote vitamins on the market. I'm sure you're familiar with the giant pill that you can get at the corner drugstore that has everything packed into it. Generally, these are not great quality-wise, and they might help you get to those RDA levels, but they don't help you hit those optimal levels. And then I'm sure you've also seen those foil packets of vitamins that have those fancy vitamins that the fancy vitamin shops sell. And it's like you tear one a day and it has like 17 pills in it. And when I listened to that presentation last week about those type of supplements, it actually kind of shocked me. Those vitamins actually oversaturate your body. It's like flooding your system. And there's a ton of new research that says that your body just can't process that level of supplementation. So these new studies that are out there are all pointing to this optimal zone that's more than RDA, but less than supersaturation of those fancy vitamins. And I was really glad that I heard this presentation, because as a health coach, it's really important to me to know what the latest research is. And as a human being, I think it's important for all of us to know how to properly take care of our bodies. And I know I've been saying that for a really long time, but we are kind of backwards in this country. We focus on being sick instead of staying well, supporting our health, learning about things like optimal micronutrients, dosages, and how to be in, well, that is real health. And what I want to say about this product, the Lifelong Vitality Pack, is that it really has a whole food formula, bioavailable vitamins and minerals, your basic multi, and it's blended with a whole bunch of essential oils that are going to help as a tummy tamer, like literally help you digest and absorb your multivitamins and your supplements. And then the Alpha CRX, which is in this product, has been shown to help healthy cell proliferation and cellular energy production. And the XE-omega, which is your omega fatty acids, gives you the essential fatty acids to support healthy cardiovascular, immune, joint, and brain health. So I want you guys to really think long and hard about what kind of product you're on or what you're taking as your vitality pack. And I want to encourage you to take this. And in addition to the tummy tamer essential oils, you're also going to get essential oils that you can take internally here, such as frankincense, which we all know is a huge anti-inflammatory product and also helps alleviate conditions where we feel possibly anxious or stressed out. It also has oils like wild orange and German chamomile, and those oils are really important in maintaining a healthy homeostasis in our body and sense of balance. So I don't know about you, but I love this product. I will never stop taking this product. I feel like this product has literally been the major product that has changed my health, and I encourage you to try this as well. If you were going to take one essential oil, even though it smelled delicious, don't smell one, take this product. And now doTERRA has actually made it even more convenient for people who might not be on the budget to take all three, where you can actually take the Microplex MVP plus the XE-omega separately. And if you wanted to, and you were not interested for some reason, the Alpha CRX, which is the healthy support cell proliferation, I can't say that word today, proliferation and cellular energy production, that you could add any of the other products, any of the other supplements that they have, such as the Deep Blue product for pain and inflammation, Terrazyme, which is your digestive enzyme, PB Assist, which is your probiotic, Mito2 Max, which I take daily. It's an extra boost in energy, or even your kids supplement. You could add those on simply for $20 a piece. So that's a really great program that's being set up right now. So look for that with the purchase of the Lifelong Vitality Pack or the Nutrient Pack. You can add on any of these other supplements. So just to give you an idea what I take, I do all of it. My kids take the A to Z on the right and the IQ Omega, but I literally am on every one of these supplements. And that's why I feel like the Energizer Bunny and get a lot done, but also am really in a good mood all the time and feel like my digestive system is working again and I'm getting adequate sleep and I just feel overall awesome. Okay. So let me go through some oils with you, because I know that some of you are just dying to hear about the oils. Lavender is an oil that is great to diffuse or use topically. You can use it in a room for the aroma. It calms, soothes emotions. You can use it topically to soothe irritable skin or chapped lips. You can massage it on the bottom of your feet or apply a drop on your pillow at bedtime. Or you can even use it to help calm a reaction to a bee sting or a bug bite. I've used it for burns before as well. And it can be used aromatically, topically, or internally, and it can be used directly on your skin. Lemon is an oil that is clean, it's freshening. You can add a drop of honey to help soothe a throat that might be irritated. You can diffuse in a room to help neutralize odors. It's one of the first things I put out, like when I get to a hotel room or on a plane, I'll inhale it, put it in the air vent of my airplane, where the air is blowing out. I use it in a spray bottle to clean my kitchen counters. I just add water to it. And I also take it internally as an antioxidant or detoxifier. You can be used aromatically, topically, internally, and again, straight on the body. Peppermint is an oil that's cool and invigorating. You can use it as a healthy mouthwash. You can inhale it to help invigorate your lungs and increase your alertness. I use it all the time for my sinuses because I get pretty stuffy. You can add it in a spray bottle and mitts your body when you feel overheated. I've used it on my kids when they have fevers. You can apply it to your neck or your head to calm a headache. And again, you can use it aromatically, topically, or internally. And you can use it either directly on the skin, or you can apply another oil to help calm it down if it feels too hot on your skin. And Melaleuca is an oil that I wish I had with me right now, because my husband went in the ocean yesterday, got too much water in his ear and is feeling kind of uncomfortable, and he feels like he might have a little bacteria in there. It's we brought about 20 oils with us, and Melaleuca is one of the ones we forgot to pack. But it's also really great for your skin, for blemishes, rashes, part of a cleansing program. You can use it in your shampoo, your conditioner. It's in our shampoo and conditioner. It helps with athlete's feet or athlete's foot. I've used it on my Pilates mats. sprayed around your house. Again, very cleansing. And it's been also known to, like I said, help if there's some bacteria in your body or in your home. Oops, and I forgot to tell you, you can use it aromatically, topically, or internally and straight on your skin. Oregano is an oil that helps with your immune support. And you could put this oil in an empty gelatin capsule for periodic immune support, or if you're feeling like something's coming on right away. If you're using it directly on your body, I would definitely dilute it, and especially if you have kids. If you're taking it internally, I definitely suggest you put it in a gel cap. It's super hot. You do not want that touching your tongue or your throat. Although I must say, when I've had situations that involved bacteria in my throat or strep throat or feeling sick, I have gargled with it, but only one drop. And it can be used internally as a monthly cleansing regime for your overall GI health. Oregano is an oil. Oregano and melaleuca are oils that you have to have in your house. Period. The end. You just have to have them. Actually, you know what? All of the oils that I'm giving you tonight, because I'm only giving you about 10, are the must-have oils that you have to have in your house. You can use this oil aromatically, although I don't know why you'd want to. You can use it topically, internally, and you should definitely dilute it. Frankincense is an oil that can be used to help clean and dress minor cuts and sores. It's used with a carrier oil in a lot of skincare products. It helps get rid of wrinkles on your skin. It can be applied to the bottom of your feet or internally. I personally use a drop under my tongue every morning to help support your immune function, and actually can be used to calm stress as well. And it's also been known to help alleviate symptoms that are associated with memory loss or Alzheimer's. And there are studies out there that link cancer cells to frankincense. And I'm not saying that it cures cancer, but I am saying there are studies out there that show that cells actually have gotten rid of in people's body by using drops of frankincense. When in doubt, use frankincense. Frankincense is known as the king of the oils. It's one of the most expensive oils on the market. It's really a wonderful oil to use. Deep Blue helps with muscle and joint support. You can apply it directly to tired, aching joints. You can rub it on your muscles before and after exercise to really reduce discomfort. You can use it as a carrier oil or with a carrier oil for therapeutic deep tissue massage. It can be used topically on your body. Do not ingest it. And it's really soothing to the skin. It's one of my favorite blends. I absolutely love it. We have it in a Deep Blue rub as well that I use pretty much almost daily before and after workouts. Breathe is another blend, just like Deep Blue, but this one helps with your respiratory support. You can apply it topically to your chest and neck to help clear lungs and sinuses. You can diffuse it or add it to a humidifier at bedtime. Make sure that the humidifier is small, right? We don't want a huge amount of water and then like one drop of Breathe, or it's not going to do anything. You can use it on your chest or the bottom of your feet for seasonal respiratory discomfort. And a lot of times I'll put it on my chest right before I go running because it just feels like it opens up my passages, my chest pathways. And I like to stick, I know this might sound gross, but I like to stick a drop of it on my finger and just put it up my nose every morning and evening because I just feel like it helps me breathe better. It alleviates my breathing. Digestion is another blend. Digest Zen helps with your digestive support. You can rub it on your tummy to ease digestive discomfort, nausea, motion sickness. You can take internally at meal times to support healthy, comfortable digestion, and you can apply it to the bottom of your kids' feet to help ease their digestive issues. Although my 5-year-old will just put it on her stomach herself. You can use it aromatically, topically, internally, and you can put it directly on your skin. And On Guard is like the king of the blends, and this is an oil that we use to help support our natural defenses. And you can use it in a room to diffuse. You can diffuse it and eliminate airborne pathogens. You can dilute it in a spray bottle and clean doorknobs, hit telephones, other community surfaces. You can dilute it and gargle it in the morning and night to act as a protective mouth rinse. And you can take drops in an empty gelatin capsule, or you can even take the On Guard beadlets or On Guard gel caps for added immune support. You can use it aromatically, topically, internally. Great oil. So a lot of these oils I just discussed with you are actually in this kit, which is one of my favorite, called the Natural Solutions Kit. And the reason I love this kit is because it's a great starter kit for people because it's got the 10 most basic oils that you need. something to carry them in, a diffuser, which I think is imperative. We have 5 of them in our house, in every room pretty much. You get the Lifelong Vitality pack, which is the supplements we were talking about. And then some of the most popular other products, like in the On Guard line, including the toothpaste, the foaming hand wash, the On Guard beadlets, and then of course the Deep Blue Rub, which we talked about, a little bit of the skincare and a digestive enzyme. And you get some sample vials so you can share it with your friends, and some of the other popular blends that people love, including Past Tense, which has been known to help alleviate head support, like if you have a headache, Comm, which boosts your hormonal support, HD Clear, which helps with your skin, blemishes on your skin, and also Serenity, which is a very calming blend. I use it in my diffuser every single night, and the Slim and Sassy blend that I talked to you about earlier, plus more. There's other oils in there too. So you're actually getting about $350 worth of free product and credit with this kit. So it's a great starter kit to start a business or just as a consumer. Of course, there are smaller kits if you just want to sample something, and there are bigger kits as well, such as the Every Oil kit, which has every oil. And this is probably my next favorite kit because I use every oil in the kit now these days in my family. And on a daily basis, I probably use about 20. And it comes with a diffuser and a carrying case and about $600 worth of free product and credit on your account. And then, of course, the Diamond kit is the king of all kits. It's got every doTERRA product. This is an amazing kit to start a business with, as well as the Every Oil kit, of course, or the Natural Solutions kit. But this will really give you a taste of the entire supplement line, including the entire cleansing line, meaning probiotics, GI cleansing formula, PB Assist, digestive enzymes, liver support, hair care, skin care, the whole skincare line, the entire On Guard line, the Slim and Sassy Trim Shake line, and all of the oils and blends and some marketing material as well. So this is my favorite kit. But like I said, this also gives you, by the way, $1,000 worth of free product and product credit on your account. But you can definitely go smaller. Essential Oils is awesome. Natural Solutions is awesome. And you can contact me or the person who sent you here if you need to go lower than that. So if somebody did send you this webinar, please go back to them and thank them so much for inviting you. And if I invited you, thank you for attending. You can always visit my website, HaleyHobson.com. Got great health tips on there, recipes, life support, and lots of essential oil goodies and freebies and incentives. So check that out. Check out my Facebook page, Haley Hobson Health Coach, and follow me on Twitter at Haley Hobson, or you can check out my Pinterest boards as well, Haley Hobson 69, which is nothing kooky. It's just the year I was born. Thanks for attending, you guys, and have a great evening.